One of the traits I've noticed from hanging around with millionaires as well as a billionaire is that they're all able to self-control themselves and stay incredibly disciplined in whatever they do. So I've noticed over the years that discipline is one of the biggest keys to success. It's a habit you will see, and it's a trait you will see amongst incredibly successful people out there. So in this video, I wanted to tell you the 3 things that you can do to stay more disciplined in your life. Now, I just want to mention, because nowadays everybody's giving this sort of advice, this is actually coming from personal experience. A lot of you guys know, when I was hanging around in gangs 8 years ago, you can be assured I was far from disciplined. I smoked a lot of weed, took a lot of other drugs, and alarm clock was literally non-existent. So I know what it's like to procrastinate. I know what it's like to feel depressed, not want to do anything. But I managed to get out of that rut. And it was basically using these 3 traits that allowed me to do that. So if you actually take action on what I'm going to say to you today, I can assure you, you're going to start getting results. Because I truly believe it's all about learning from people who've actually been at where you used to be and actually managed to get themselves out. Not so much just, I read a book and here you go. So this actually comes from personal experience. And trust me, once you're more disciplined in your life, you will actually start living more of a fulfilled life, because discipline allows you to have more freedom in your life. So let's start by mentioning what discipline is. All discipline is the ability to self-control your primitive base desires. If you look at any negative habits, such as snoozing the alarm clock, such as not wanting to venture out and do wild stuff, right? Become a serial entrepreneur. If you look at it from a primitive base desire point of view, whereby we are designed to survive and replicate, guess what? It's normal. Who wouldn't want to lay in bed? Who wouldn't want to, play it safe? Who wouldn't want to just know exactly what they're doing every single day and not feel confused, right? It's our primitive base desire. We're designed to survive. So if people who give into that, well, often they just are giving into it because they don't know otherwise, right? They're just playing in accordance to what they know. But I know, you watching this video, you're not one of them. You are not average. Because this is behavior of average people. Because average people don't know how to control their mind. And they don't have this knowledge available to them to realize the reason why they hit the snooze button, the reason why they're procrastinating on doing something big, is because it's just us. As a human being, it's natural. Every one of us, even striving to be successful, are aware of the fact that our mind is going to push us the other way. Our mind wants us to hit that snooze button. Our mind wants to push the work aside and let us rest. But it's the people who are able to self-control themselves, they're the one who make it big. So, here are the 3 points that will literally change your life if you enforce it on yourself. The first thing I did 8 years ago was to change my identity. And the biggest reason for that is because your behavior will never deviate from the internal mapping. In other words, as Tony Robbins would say, the strongest force in the human psychology is the need to remain congruent with how you identify yourself. So how you view yourself right now, guess what? You're going to act in accordance to exactly that. If you view yourself as a procrastinator, guess what? You're going to procrastinate. If you view yourself as some lazy ass, you're going to be one lazy ass. However, if you view yourself as a productive entrepreneur, guess what you're going to be? That's right, productive entrepreneur. And this to yourself might seem a bit fake right now, but guys, you have to realize that your goals, right? The purpose of a goal is not to achieve the goal. Purpose of a goal is to see who you must become in order to achieve that goal. Think about it. Every goal is going to shape you into the person you were born to be. Every goal is going to change you positively. Think about that. Think about the goals you've achieved in the past. Did it change you? Of course. If you set yourself a fitness goal, you realize not only did you get the body you wanted, but your mind shifted. So every goal is going to change you. And the question is, who are you right now without your name? What labels have you enforced on yourself? What stick-it notes must you just take off? And just notice the fact that I say stick-it notes. Your identity is literally like stick-it notes. Procrastination, boom, throw it in the bin. Laziness, boom, throw it in the bin. And attach the ones you want. And basically affirm that every single morning. Who are you? Well, I'm a fearless entrepreneur who eats uncertainty for breakfast. Boom. If I keep saying that to myself, guess what? I'm going to be one fearless entrepreneur. And that's exactly what I did 8 years ago. I changed how I view myself. Because back then, I used to view myself as a stoner. Lazy ass, violent. You know, a lot of you guys know my knuckle still remains broken to this day. And I viewed myself as just basically a guy, shy, anxious. And I was just acting in accordance to that. So you have to realize that you will never deviate from your internal mapping. Therefore, you must change the internal mapping. You must change how you view yourself in order to stay more self-disciplined. So, decide who you must become in order to achieve that goal. And become that person in advance. Become that person in advance. Because that will allow you to actually achieve that goal. Think about it. Millionaires become millionaires. The only way you're going to become successful is to become that successful person right now. You must think, act, behave like a millionaire in order to become a millionaire. Bit of a deep topic, but guys, this is how you really get to your truth. Now, let's go on to the second point. Second point is all about setting a big forfeit. The reason being is that the human beings are twice as motivated to avoid pain than they are to seek pleasure. Therefore, the way you can actually influence yourself to be more disciplined is to actually attach a lot of pain to not achieving that goal. One of the things I do with my personal coaching clients is we basically work out what they must achieve every single week. And I help them, assist them in setting a huge forfeit that scares the hell out of them. I had a client whose fear was to make a fool of himself in public. So his forfeit for that week was to go into the middle of the mall, stand up on a table where all the girls are, and literally shout at the top of his lungs like everything he feared. And literally as soon as I told him that, he's like, oh my god, I hate the sound of that. I was like, great. That means you're going to attach a lot of pain to you not achieving that goal for that week. So do the same. Set a huge forfeit. Another one of my clients literally put tens of thousands of dollars on the line. If he doesn't achieve it, he donates it all to the charity. So think to yourself, what forfeit can you put on yourself? If you don't achieve whatever you set out to achieve that week, that you must pay, right? For example, you can give your money to your friends, your family, if you don't achieve some goals. The more pain you attach, the more likely you're going to achieve those goals. So, use the power of forfeit, the pain and pleasure principle. So, another thing you should do is actually set up a win. What happens if you win? What happens if you achieve your goals? You should reward yourself. Just like you reward a dog when it does the right behavior, you must reward your subconscious mind when it's doing something good. When you don't procrastinate for that day, reward yourself. Say, well done. Well done, Tim. Right? And your subconscious mind is like, wow, I'm getting treated now. So I must act like that more, right? It's about rewarding yourself. But again, set that big forfeit as well, just so it reminds the subconscious, like, I gotta take action. Otherwise, I'm gonna just like do something crazy. So set a big forfeit because you're more likely to stay self-disciplined. Now, let's go on to the last point. The third point, guys, is all about accountability. This is a huge, huge thing when it comes to self-discipline. The more people you tell in whatever you want to achieve, the more likely you're going to achieve it. It's honestly so powerful when it comes to like achieving goals. Like that's why coaching is so powerful. That's why I really recommend getting a coach, right, to hold you accountable, who can basically work out your internal mapping that can help you in assisting in mastering your life, right? That's what really helped me transform my life. You know, having a coach that holds me accountable towards my actions and being part of a mastermind that I'm currently in, it really makes me take action. Because again, it's about law of conformity. Like if I'm in a mastermind that I currently am, and let's say I tell them I'm going to do this, and I know in a month's time I'm going to tell them what I actually achieved. If I feel a bit behind, there's a likelihood, firstly, I'm going to be kicked out of that mastermind, and there's a likelihood I'll feel embarrassed. So guess what? I'm going to take action. I'm going to get results. Law of conformity. You will do what other people do. So that's why your level of net worth will rarely really exceed your level of your network. So It's all about finding your friends. As one of the motivational speakers says, is show me your friends and I will show you your future. Show me your friends and I will show you your future. So find friends that can hold you accountable, or get a coach that can hold you accountable. And again, it's important that when it comes to accountability, you have a friend that takes it seriously. This is why I recommend a coach here. Because some friends, like if you don't achieve your goal, they're like, oh, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But a coach who's paid to do that literally will kick you up the ass. So this is why, you know, I'm just mentioning the power of coaching right here. But find anybody. Find anybody who's serious enough to hold you accountable towards your goals and tell them exactly what you want to achieve. And I can assure you, you will feel more motivated as a result. So here's a bonus point for you guys, because, you know, I just want to help you guys to stay more self-disciplined so you can get more results. Does that sound fair? Okay, cool. So the bonus one that I really want you guys to do is to set yourself up to win. What can you do in advance when you're motivated, knowing in advance you're going to feel like you want to procrastinate sometimes? What can you do in advance to set yourself up to win? For example, if I want to, like, let's say I have a new fitness goal, right? I want to go to gym more. I can put my gym outfit next to the bed. Say I procrastinate when I'm at home. I can basically set myself up to win by finding a cafe locally when I'm motivated that I'm going to go to every time I feel down or every time I procrastinate. Find a strategy of you setting yourself up to win. Find a way that you can set yourself up to win in advance. When you feel pumped, when you feel great, when you feel happy, those are the states that you must take advantage of. Those are the states you must think, what can I do? Because I'm not going to always feel like this. There are going to be days I feel terrible. So what can I set myself up to win to do right now in advance? So when it happens, I win. So I hope you found this video helpful, guys. You know, key to success is discipline. Really start self-controlling yourself and you will start to see more results. In fact, I've written the ebook on how to take action and how to increase your willpower as well as your discipline. If you want to download it, I'll chuck a link to that free ebook in the description box below. Wrote it for you guys so you can just really start getting more results, because that's what I want for you. That was the purpose of this channel after all. I felt like it was my time to give back. And that's why I've chucked all this free content out for you guys. So thank you. Thank you for following and thank you for being an insider. So as always, my friend, follow your heart and take action and go live the life you're born to live. Speak to you guys soon.